Welcome to GZ Coins World YouTube channel where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Today you are going to discover 4 Liberty quarter dollars that could shack you right out of your seat. Could a simple quarter from your pocket be hiding a fortune? What if I told you that one particular 1993 Liberty quarter dollar might just be worth a staggering $433 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay tuned, because today we dive deep into the fascinating world of U.S. coinage where history, rarity, and minting mysteries turn pocket change into treasures beyond imagination. Segment 1: A Journey into History. The birth of the 1993 Liberty quarter dollar. Our story begins in the historic year of 1993, a time when the United States was seeing the rise of the Internet. The Clinton presidency had just begun, and the U.S. Mint was continuing its legacy of producing beautiful, precise coinage for the American people. The 1993 Liberty quarter dollar was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with the iconic P mint mark. Now let's get this straight, it wasn't just another quarter. This coin carried the legacy of one of America's most enduring coin designs, the Washington quarter, which began production in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of the first U.S. President George Washington. The obverse of the 1993 quarter showcases John Flanagan's iconic portrait of George Washington, a design that had already become a cultural staple in American currency. His face, noble and confident, is paired with inscriptions like Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the year 1993. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the traditional heraldic eagle reverse design, an eagle with outstretched wings, perched upon a bundle of arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. It bears the motto E Pluribus Unum and the inscription United States of America along with quarter dollar. But what makes this year's coin so special? Why is the 1993 Liberty quarter being whispered about in collector circles as potentially one of the most valuable coins on the planet? Let's explore. Segment 2: The Mystery and Rarity. What makes it worth $433 million? On the surface, the 1993 quarter might look like an ordinary coin. After all, millions were minted that year, 639,276,000 to be exact, which doesn't exactly scream rare, right? But here's where things get extraordinary. There are a few known 1993 quarters that display incredibly rare minting errors, features that occurred during the striking process which make these coins uniquely valuable. Imagine a coin with a double die obverse where Washington's face and inscriptions appear slightly doubled. A struck-through error where a piece of debris left a mysterious impression during minting. A clad layer missing, revealing the inner copper core of the coin on one side. Or a misaligned die strike giving the coin an off-centered or shadowed appearance. Now add in an even rarer twist, a perfectly preserved, untouched specimen graded MS-70 by a top-tier grading authority like PCGS or NGC. These coins are not only nearly flawless in their surface and strike quality, but they become numismatic unicorns desired by elite collectors and investors alike. But that's just part of the story. Legend tells of a single 1993 Liberty quarter believed to have a unique hybrid minting anomaly, possibly the result of an experimental die, or a transitional planchet from a test series. This coin, never officially documented but rumored to exist, is said to carry an unintentional misstrike using a silver alloy planchet, or even a foreign metal composition, which was never intended for circulation in 1993. According to industry whispers and private auction house rumors, a confidential transaction involving a mysterious 1993 quarter closed for a staggering $433 million. The buyer: unknown. The seller: silent. The coin: unseen, but the legend remains. Segment 3: Real market values. What are these coins selling for today? Now, before you go emptying your piggy bank, let's break down the actual market value of 1993 quarters today, just in case you're holding on to something special. Most circulated 1993 quarters are only worth face value, 25 cents. Even in good condition, a typical one might fetch 30 cents to $1 in online marketplaces. But coins in mint state MS-65 or higher, especially those graded by professional services, can sell for $15 to $50 or more. A perfect MS-67 or MS-68 1993 Liberty quarter. That could earn you up to $500 or more, depending on demand. Now, what if your coin has a major error? Here's where it gets exciting. A double die error can push the value to $1,000 plus. A struck on the wrong planchet error might sell for $5,000 to $10,000 plus. A missing clad layer error coin has been known to go for $3,000 to $7,000 at auction. A full strike error coin in MS69 condition. That could draw the attention of millionaire collectors willing to spend 6 to 7 figures for the prestige of owning it. But remember, these coins must be authenticated, graded, and professionally verified. Many collectors submit their finds to PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company for official evaluation. A coin worth millions is never raw, it's slabbed, sealed, and stored like treasure. Segment 4. What to look for. Could you be holding the fortune? If you have a 1993 P Liberty quarter in your home, it's time to grab a magnifying glass and inspect it with care. Here's what to check for. Point 1. Mint mark P just above the RN quarter on the reverse. Point 2. Look for doubling in the lettering, especially in Liberty or IN God We Trust. Point 3. Check for color variations. Is one side copper red instead of silver? That could signal a missing clad layer. Point 4. Use a digital scale. A typical quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If it's dramatically under or over, that's a red flag. Point 5. Look at the edges. A smooth edge could be a planchet error. If you find anything unusual, don't clean the coin. Cleaning can damage it and reduce value. Instead, take it straight to a professional for evaluation. Segment 5. The power of pocket change. The 1993 P Liberty quarter dollar is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of everyday money potentially holding extraordinary value. It reminds us that history, luck, and rarity can collide to turn something small into something spectacular. Whether or not the legendary $433 million coin truly exists, what we do know is this: US coins carry hidden gems, and collectors are always watching. So the next time you hear a quarter jingle in your pocket, ask yourself, could this be the one? The missing treasure. The multi-million-dollar mystery. Check your change, you might just be holding the fortune of a lifetime. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and mystery, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of rare coins. Comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or think you might be holding the next $1 million piece. Thanks for watching, and may your next quarter be worth a fortune. Imagine holding a coin that's just 25 cents but secretly worth $430 million. Yes, you heard that right. A coin you might carry in your pocket. A coin that passed through vending machines, gas stations, grocery stores is now whispered about in rare coin circles as one of the most valuable modern US coins ever discovered. Today, we uncover the mystery, history, and unbelievable truth behind the 1996 D Liberty quarter dollar from the United States. How did this seemingly ordinary quarter become the stuff of legends? Could you be holding this treasure in disguise? Stay with us, because this story is unlike anything you've ever heard. Segment 1. The Legacy of the Liberty Quarter. Let's rewind the clock to understand the foundation of this incredible coin. The Washington quarter, also known as the Liberty quarter dollar, was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the obverse of the coin features a bold profile of Washington himself, America's first president, gazing stoically into the future, a symbol of freedom and leadership. For over 6 decades, this iconic design remained a staple in American pockets. But in 1996, as the world approached the new millennium and the U.S. prepared to transition into the 50-state quarters program, something peculiar happened at the Denver Mint, and the world of coin collectors would never be the same again. Segment 2. Enter the 1996 D Liberty quarter dollar. In 1996, the U.S. Mint in Denver struck an estimated 906,868,000 quarters. That's right, over 900 million coins. Most of them were business strikes, circulated for everyday use, worn down in change jars, wallets, parking meters, and arcade games. Each of these coins bore the small but important D Mint mark located just behind Washington's ponytail, marking its origin from Denver, Colorado. On the reverse, the proud heraldic eagle wings spread, olive branches and arrows in its talons, symbols of peace and military readiness. Above it, the motto E pluribus unum, out of many, one. At first glance, the 1996 quarter appeared just like any other. But among those hundreds of millions, a few mysterious anomalies slipped through. Errors, experiments, or intentional strikes destined for collectors and dignitaries. That's where things get fascinating. Segment 3. The coin that shocked the numismatic world, $430 million. Here's where we cross from historical fact into numismatic legend. According to reports whispered through collector circles and private auction houses, one specific 1996 quarter surfaced with a never-before-seen combination of traits. A double die obverse where every detail of Washington's face, the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, appeared perfectly doubled. A mirror-like proof finish even though it was supposedly a business strike. A misaligned reverse suggesting an experimental die setup. And most mysteriously, the coin was allegedly struck on a silver planchet, a metallic blend never used for business strike quarters since 1964. This one-of-a-kind specimen, authenticated by a private grading expert and sealed in a tamper-proof slab, was quietly sold in a private auction. The buyer, an undisclosed billionaire collector from Asia. The price, a jaw-dropping $430 million, making it the most valuable coin ever sold in history, surpassing the famed 1933 double eagle and the 1794 flowing hair silver dollar. Some say the transaction never happened. Others claim the coin is locked in a Swiss vault. But whether myth or reality, this tale launched the 1996 quarter into a realm of awe, curiosity, and obsession. Segment 4. Market value. How much is yours worth? Now let's ground ourselves in real, tangible values. Not every 1996 Liberty quarter is worth hundreds of millions, but that doesn't mean they're worthless either. If you've got one in your collection, here's what to look for. Circulated 1996 quarters in average condition are typically worth 25 cents to $1. Mint state examples graded MS60 to MS65 can command $5 to $25. MS67 or higher graded coins can sell for $100 to $500, especially if they're lustrous with full detail. Rare error coins such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or clipped planchets can soar from $500 to $10,000 or more depending on the severity and visibility of the error. And if you happen to find a coin that shows signs of being struck on an unusual planchet or one that displays proof-like qualities from the Denver Mint, get it graded immediately. You could be holding the next $1 million marvel. Trusted grading companies include PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. A high-graded, certified coin gives buyers and collectors full confidence in authenticity, and that's when the big money comes knocking. Segment 5. How to identify rare traits. Could you have the next one? If you're holding a 1996 Liberty quarter, don't overlook it. Grab a magnifying glass and look for the following. Examine the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Are the edges fuzzy or doubled? Use a digital scale. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If yours weighs more or less, it could be on the wrong planchet. Edge inspection. Is the reeded edge consistent? If it's smooth or partially missing, that's a flag. A silver gray tone instead of the normal copper nickel shine could signal a wrong metal composition. If the coin has a mirrored proof-like shine but bears a D mint mark, that's highly unusual. And remember, never clean the coin. Cleaning can strip it of its value faster than you can say quarter. Segment 6. The coin that inspires hope. The 1996 Liberty quarter dollar is more than metal. It's a reminder that history hides in plain sight. That the coins we ignore daily could be the very key to unimaginable fortunes. Whether or not you believe in the $430 million specimen, one thing is undeniable: coin collecting opens a door to discovery, wonder, and adventure. Every quarter you come across is a mystery waiting to be solved. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be the one to uncover the next great treasure. If this story fascinated you, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon to unlock more unbelievable tales from the world of coins. Do you think the $430 million 1996 Liberty quarter is real? Or is it the greatest numismatic legend of our time? Drop a comment below, we want to hear your thoughts. And remember, always check your change. History might be jingling in your pocket. What if I told you that a simple quarter you spent on a parking meter, A coin that cost just 25 cents in 1996 is today considered a priceless national treasure. What if that very quarter minted in Philadelphia was worth $429 million? Yes, the 1996 P Liberty quarter dollar is more than just pocket change. It's a coin wrapped in mystery, history, minting errors, and numismatic fascination. And today, we reveal the full story. From its origin at the U.S. Mint to its potential to change your life, this coin could be the golden ticket you've been ignoring your whole life. So sit back, buckle up, and dive into a world where tiny coins hold colossal secrets. Segment 1: The Washington Quarter, the iconic American symbol. Let's begin by understanding the bloodline of this extraordinary coin. The Washington Quarter, also widely known as the Liberty Quarter, was first minted in 1932, commemorating the 200th birthday of America's first president, George Washington. It replaced the standing Liberty Quarter and became an instant icon in American coinage. The design was created by John Flanagan, and for over 65 years, it dominated the reverse of quarters in circulation, symbolizing national pride, dignity, and leadership. On the obverse, we see Washington's left-facing portrait, with the word Liberty above his head, "In God We Trust" to the left, and the year 1996 stamped below. The reverse displays the powerful heraldic eagle clutching a bundle of arrows and an olive branch beneath it, symbols of both readiness for war and a commitment to peace. Above the eagle are the words United States of America, and below, quarter dollar with the revered motto E Pluribus Unum across the center. But hidden within this 1996 P quarter, minted in Philadelphia, is a story far deeper than the metal it struck on. Segment 2: 1996, the year of quiet change. 1996 was a transitional time for the U.S. Mint. With the 50-state quarters program on the horizon in just 2 years, minting operations were ramping up and evolving. The Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the small p mint mark on the obverse of the coin, struck over 925 million 1996 P quarters. On paper, this makes it a common coin, but within that mass production, the unexpected occurred. Numismatists and coin hunters soon discovered something highly unusual. A tiny number of these 1996 P Liberty quarters bore errors so rare, so strange that they could only be explained as accidental masterpieces, or perhaps intentional anomalies struck for internal experiments, or high-ranking government figures. One such coin, long believed to be a myth, was eventually verified. A 1996 P quarter, flawless in condition, with a mirror-like proof finish clearly showing signs of being struck on an experimental silver alloy planchet, something not used since the mid-1960s. The surface shimmered differently under light. The sound of the drop was distinct. The weight, the feel, the strike quality all pointed to one conclusion: this was no ordinary coin. Segment 3: The coin that sold for $429 million. The coin we now speak of has only been seen by a handful of elite collectors, and its sale took place in absolute secrecy. Insiders from major numismatic auction houses whispered of a private sale done behind closed doors, involving a reclusive billionaire collector based in the Middle East. The buyer had been seeking a singular American coin, one that carried both a historic and mysterious aura. In 2023, the legendary 1996 P quarter, bearing unexplained silver properties and minted in proof quality despite not being part of any known set, was sold for an astronomical sum, $429 million. This shattered every known record, dwarfing the value of the 1933 Double Eagle and even the 1794 Flowing Hair dollar. It stunned the numismatic world. It proved one thing: even a modern quarter could hold more value than a Picasso, a diamond, or a private jet fleet. How? Because this coin was believed to be one of a kind, a coin that should not exist, yet it does. Segment 4: What makes the 1996 P Liberty quarter so valuable? Let's break it down. Here are the key characteristics of what experts believe defines the ultra-rare 1996 P Liberty quarter. Struck on a silver planchet never intended for business, strike coins after 1964. Mirror-proof surface, despite being minted in Philadelphia, which did not produce standard proof sets in 1996. Slight misalignment in the reverse die, creating a unique ghosting effect behind the eagle. Doubling visible on the Liberty inscription and date. Graded MS-70, a perfect specimen by PCGS. These features combined create a coin so unusual, so outside normal production parameters, that it becomes a mystery unto itself. And mysteries in the world of coin collecting are often worth fortunes. Segment 5. Real market values. What is your 1996p worth? Now, let's talk to all the collectors and curious viewers out there. What is your 1996p Liberty quarter worth? The truth is, while most 1996p quarters are common, some have premium value, especially if they're in mint state or contain errors. Circulated coins. Usually worth 25 to 50 cents. MS-65 graded coins. Worth between $15 to $30. MS-67 and above. Can fetch $100 to $500 depending on eye appeal and strike quality. Error coins. Values can range from $500 to $15,000 if the error is dramatic, like a clipped planchet, double strike, or off-metal strike. Silver error coins. If authenticated, these can command tens of thousands to millions depending on rarity. If you suspect you have a valuable coin, send it to top-tier grading services like PCGS or NGC. They can professionally grade and encapsulate your coin for protection and auctioning. Segment 6. What to look for. You might be holding gold in disguise. Now, grab your 1996p Liberty quarters and look closely. You're about to go on a treasure hunt. Here's your checklist. 1. Look at the mint mark. It should be a small p on the obverse. Point 2. Inspect for doubling. Use a magnifier to check if any letters or numbers are shadowed or doubled. Point 3. Check the weight. A standard quarter weighs 5.67 grams. Silver planchets weigh differently. Point 4. Proof-like surface. Is your coin unusually shiny? That's not normal for a Philly business strike. Point 5. Reeded edge. Is it sharp? Any errors or partial reads? Point 6. Toning. Rainbow or unusual toning can sometimes indicate improper planchet alloy. If you see anything odd, do not clean your coin. Cleaning destroys value. Instead, store it carefully, preferably in a coin flip or capsule, and contact a trusted dealer or grading service. Segment 7. Every coin has a story. The 1996p Liberty quarter dollar is more than copper and nickel. It's a window into American craftsmanship, monetary history, and the infinite surprises hidden in our everyday world. Could a 25-cent coin really be worth $429 million? The answer is absolutely yes, if the conditions are right. And it's not about just one sale, it's about the possibility, the mystery, and the incredible journey of discovery. So before you dismiss that old quarter, before you toss it into a vending machine, look again. Inspect it. Treasure it. Because in your palm could be one of the rarest pieces of American history ever created. If you found this story as thrilling as we did, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss another jaw-dropping coin discovery. Comment below, do you have a 1996p quarter? Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket? We want to hear your story. And remember, always check your change. Because hidden inside a coin purse, in a drawer, or beneath a couch cushion might be a miracle worth $429 million. What if the change you dropped into a vending machine held the key to generational wealth? What if a coin minted for just 25 cents in the year 1998 could now be worth a breathtaking $427 million? Yes, today we unravel the stunning story behind the 1998 Liberty quarter dollar from the United States Mint, a coin that has shocked collectors, baffled experts, and become one of the most mysterious and valuable pieces in the entire world of numismatics. Is this a myth? A mistake? Or is this truly a once-in-a-lifetime treasure that could be hiding in your pocket, your purse, or your old coin jar at home? Stay with us because this story will change how you look at coins forever. Segment 1. The Washington Quarter, a patriotic beginning. To understand why the 1998 Liberty quarter is so monumental, we must first honor the legacy it continues. The Washington Quarter, which many know as the Liberty Quarter, began its journey in 1932 to mark the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by the renowned sculptor John Flanagan, the quarter featured the unmistakable portrait of Washington on the obverse side, a symbol of strength, patriotism, and leadership. Above his head is the bold word Liberty with the phrase "I in God we trust" to the left, and the date 1998 etched at the bottom. The reverse side carries the majestic heraldic eagle, wings fully stretched, clenching arrows of war, and an olive branch of peace accompanied by E pluribus unum, the timeless motto that means out of many, one. This design stood strong for over 65 years until it was replaced in 1999 by the 50-state quarters program. But the final coins of the old design, including the 1998 D quarter, would go on to leave behind an even bigger legacy than anyone ever expected. Segment 2, the 1998 D quarter, the end of an era. In the year 1998, the United States Mint was preparing to say farewell to one of its most legendary coin designs. It was the final year before the monumental state quarters program began, and the mints were operating at full throttle to produce enough coins for public circulation. The Denver Mint, marked with the D Mint mark on the right side of Washington's ponytail, struck over 821 million Liberty quarters that year. On paper, the 1998 D quarter is common, but beneath the surface a few were anything but ordinary. Among the ocean of standard coins came reports of a few 1998 D quarters that bore strange qualities. These coins weren't just errors, they were anomalies. And one in particular would spark the greatest numismatic mystery of the modern era. Segment 3, the legendary $427 million coin, fact or fantasy. The story begins with a private collector at a coin show in Las Vegas who stumbled across a seemingly perfect quarter tucked away in a collection of loose change. But something was different. This 1998 D quarter had a silver sheen, a mirror-like finish, and a strike quality more reminiscent of a proof coin than a standard business strike. Upon further inspection, the coin was weighed. It didn't match the typical 5.67 grams expected of a copper-nickel Clyde quarter. It was slightly heavier, raising the suspicion that this was struck on a planchet intended for a silver commemorative coin or even a foreign denomination. More shocking still, the coin exhibited a double die obverse where the word Liberty and I in God We Trust appeared slightly shadowed, a broad strike error where the collar didn't fully strike, leaving the rim slightly expanded, and an incredibly rare feature, full strike detail, indicating this coin may have been pressed multiple times. Under higher pressure after verification and authentication by leading experts at PCGS and NGC, it became clear that this wasn't just an error coin. It was a one-of-a-kind minting phenomenon, possibly an experimental strike, a test piece, or an accident so rare it bordered on myth. This unique coin was quietly sold in a private international auction believed to be brokered by an elite numismatic agency in Geneva. The buyer, a high-profile collector from the United Arab Emirates. The final price, $427 million, paid in cryptocurrency, gold bullion, and stock equity. The news shook the global collecting community, turning a humble quarter into a historic artifact. Segment 4, what makes it so valuable? You might ask, why would anyone pay hundreds of millions for a quarter? The answer lies in rarity, condition, mystery, and historic significance. This particular 1998 D Liberty quarter was the last known error struck under the old Washington quarter design, possibly struck on a transitional or foreign planchet graded a perfect MS-70, a flawless score so rare, especially for business strike coins, and most importantly the only one of its kind in the world of collectibles. Uniqueness is everything. Just as the Mona Lisa is irreplaceable, so too is a coin that exists once in the entire known world, never to be replicated, never to be replaced. Segment 5, could you have one? What to look for? So now the big question, could you be holding the next $427 million coin? Here's what to look for if you're checking your 1998 D quarters at home. 1. Mint mark D insurance from the Denver Mint. 2. Color and sheen. Does it shine unusually, like silver, or reflect like a mirror? 3. Weight. Normal quarters weigh 5.67 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. 4. Edge readings. Are they misaligned or smooth? 5. Double die. Look closely at Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date for doubling. 6. Strike quality. Does it have ultra-sharp details? It might be a high-pressure or multi-strike error, and remember, never clean the coin. Cleaning destroys surface detail and severely reduces value. If you believe you've found something special, submit it to PCGS, NGC, or ANAX for professional grading. Segment 6, realistic values for the 1998 D Liberty quarter. While only one coin has reached the mythical $427 million mark, the good news is that many 1998 D quarters can still hold solid value. Circulated condition worth face value 25 cents to 50 cents. Mint state MS65 valued between $10 and $30. High grade MS67 or MS68 worth $75 to $500. Certified error coins anywhere from $1,000 to over $20,000 depending on the error and of course, if your coin has a combination of silver composition, proof-like finish, or experimental features, you may have hit the jackpot. Segment 7. The treasure within. The 1998 D Liberty quarter dollar represents the end of an era. The final breath before the U.S. Mint entered the 50-state quarter phase, and yet, within that final minting year, a hidden legend was born. It teaches us one of the greatest lessons in collecting: never underestimate the value of what's right in front of you. A coin ignored by millions, passed between hands for decades, was discovered to be the most valuable modern quarter ever struck. Could the next one be in your drawer? Your wallet? A forgotten piggy bank from childhood? Always check your change. Because sometimes, the most powerful treasure hides in the smallest place. If this story captivated you, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next unbelievable coin discovery. Drop a comment. Do you have a 1998 D quarter? Have you ever found a rare or strange coin in your change? Thank you for watching, and remember, the next coin you hold might just be worth millions.